It was a Tuesday morning in late March, the kind where the sun peeked through the blinds, just enough to nudge you awake, but the chill in the air begged you to stay under the covers. I was nursing my first coffee of the day, the steam curling up from the mug, when a sharp yelp pierced the quiet. I figured it was just my neighbor Mark, probably cursing at his temperamental lawnmower again. But when I shuffled to the window, still in my worn-out slippers, I froze. My old Ford pickup, parked in my driveway for nearly a decade, had a bright yellow boot clamped onto its front wheel. Not a ticket or a passive-aggressive notice, was a full-on, industrial-strength boot, glaring in the dawn light like a neon warning sign. I stepped outside, gravel crunching underfoot, coffee still in hand. That's when I saw it wasn't just me. Mark's beat-up truck had one too. Across the street, Sarah's hatchback was locked down, and even Henry's pristine Mustang car he treated like a firstborn child sported a yellow shackle. 16 vehicles in all, everyone on private property in our sleepy Willow Creek neighborhood. It looked like a parking enforcement blitz had hit us overnight. I half thought it was a prank, maybe the kids down the block flexing their mischief muscles, until I spotted her. Ellen Pritchard, the iron-fisted president of the Willow Creek Homeowners Association, was marching down the cul-de-sac like a general inspecting her troops. Her navy blazer was buttoned tight, her blonde bun pulled back so severely it could have doubled as a torture to VYC. She clutched a clipboard like it was her scepter, her heels clicking with every step. She caught my eye and gave a curt nod, the kind you'd offer a kid caught sneaking cookies. "Mr. Carter," she said, her voice crisp and smug. "You've been warned." "Warned about what?" I asked, still clutching my mug. "Ellen, this is my driveway. My truck." She didn't flinch. "Your vehicle disrupts the neighborhood's aesthetic harmony. Oversized tires, rust, it's an eyesore." She tapped her clipboard with a polished nail. "We've addressed this at multiple meetings." I blinked. I haven't been to an HOA meeting in years. Aesthetic harmony? It's a truck, not a lawn ornament. Her smirk widened. "The HOA ordered these online. Regulation grade. I deployed them last night. 18 violations corrected. 38% reduction in VY Soul clutter already." She sounded like she was reciting a sales pitch. I couldn't help it. I laughed, a short, incredulous burst. "You booted 18 people? Overnight? Ellen, you can't lock up cars on private property. That's illegal." Her smile didn't budge. "The Willow Creek HOA has authority over community standards. Private property or not, we supersede." She turned and strutted toward Henry's house, where he was already hobbling out in his bathrobe, quinoa VYing, hollering about fascism and his taxpayer rights. Mark joined me then, his flannel shirt flapping open, a vein throbbing in his temple. "She got my truck too," he growled. "And Sarah says her sister's car here for the weekend got one. Ellen's gone off the deep end. Where'd she even get the cash for this?" I asked. Mark snorted. "Our dues, probably. She's been obsessed with upgrading the community forever." The cul-de-sac was stirring now. Sarah emerged, phone out, filming the chaos like a documentarian. Henry was jabbing his cane at Ellen, who stood her ground, spouting something about parking alignment protocols. A small crowd formed, neighbors I barely recognized, bound by shared shock and a slow-burning fury. Then Henry dropped the bombshell that cracked Ellen's armor. "You booted my Mustang," he roared, "and my nephew's coming today. He's a county prosecutor. You're toast, lady." Ellen faltered, just for a heartbeat, but it was enough. "I'm within my rights," she snapped, though her voice wavered. She didn't know it yet, but the dominoes were falling. By mid-morning, Deputy Paul Jensen rolled up in his cruiser, lights off but authority radiating. He was a burly guy, perpetually exhausted-looking, the kind of cop who'd rather be anywhere but here. The crowd parted as he stepped out, scanning the yellow-booted cars with a mix of amusement and irritation. "Got a call about vehicle tampering," he said, his voice a low rumble. "What's this?" Ellen, arms crossed like she was posing for a monument, launched in. "No tampering, deputy. Enforcement. The HOA can maintain order. These vehicles unregistered, oversized, non-compliant violate our bylaws." Jensen raised an eyebrow. "You put these on?" "Yes," she said, chin high. "All within guidelines." He nodded, too calm. Show me those bylaws. Ellen thrust her clipboard forward, a thick stack of highlighted papers. Jensen flipped through, stone-faced, then handed it back. Nothing here authorizes booting private vehicles. You've got rules about fence colors and trash cans, but this... He pointed to my truck. Not covered. Ellen bristled. I consulted our legal ad SOR. We have flexibility as a private entity. Did they mention immobilizing a vehicle without a court order or city authority is a misdemeanor? Jensen's tone was dry as dust. You're not law enforcement, MS. Pritchard, you're a resident with a grudge. The crowd chuckled. Ellen's jaw tightened. These are repeat offenders, she snapped. One had a camper van parked for 3 days. That's mine, Sarah shouted. My sister's VY citing her kids got a broken leg. Where's she supposed to go? Ellen ignored her. I'm enforcing rules this community agreed to. Jensen stepped closer. You don't have that authority. Unlock these now, or I'll cite you for tampering 18 counts, minimum. Fines add up. Ellen's smugness cracked. I need to call someone, she muttered, reaching for her phone. After you unlock them, Jensen said, firm but not harsh. Refuse, and it's obstruction. I'll arrest you. A gasp rippled through. Mark muttered, do it, under his breath. Ellen, sweating now, pulled a ring of keys from her bag 18, each tagged. She started with my truck, crouching awkwardly, hands shaking as she popped the lock. The click cut through the air like a judge's gavel. She moved down the line, the crowd watching in tense silence that soon broke into murmurs and laughter. By the time she hit Mark's truck, Jensen had called for backup, not for her, he said, but for the paperwork. This'll be a nightmare, he grumbled, scribbling notes. Then Henry's nephew, Ethan Caldwell, arrived. Ethan stepped out of sleek sedan, suit sharp, sunglasses gleaming, looking like a legal avenger. He nodded at Jensen, then fixed Ellen with a cool stare as she fumbled with Sarah's car. You booted my county-issued vehicle, he said, voice smooth but lethal. I was at my uncle's for a family emergency. Ellen straightened, flustered. It didn't have clearance. It's not a VY cider car, Ethan cut in. It's DA's office property. You tampered with government assets. Her mouth flapped uselessly. Ethan pressed on. I filed with the DA. We're re-VYUing this HOACI-VYL and criminal. You use shared funds for these boots, right? Ellen's clipboard trembled. The community voted for standards. You can vote for flying pigs, Ethan said. Doesn't make it legal. Booting private vehicles without due process is a crime. Misusing funds? Another strike. The crowd erupted cheers, gasps, a few jeers. Ellen tried. This is an overreaction. You booted my sister's van, Henry barked. Her caregiver couldn't get her to dialysis. That landed hard. Ellen had no comeback. Jensen tapped his pen. I've got 10 citations ready. More if folks press charges. We're pressing, Mark said, typing furiously. Sarah nodded. Me too. Ethan smirked. Good. Let's bury this. Ellen unlocked the last boot in silence, her rein unraveling. By noon, the cul-de-sac was free cars mobile, neighbors buzzing, someone setting up snacks. But it wasn't over. The next day, Lisa Monroe, our quiet ex-treasurer, called an emergency meeting. She'd gathered signatures since the boot debacle over 70 fan tram of residents demanding a no-confidence vote. Ellen tried to nix it, firing off emails about invalid proceedings, but the bylaws she loved had a fatal flaw. A quorum could oust the board if it jeopardized the community. She'd done that in spades. The meeting packed the community center 60-plus people, standing room only. Ellen arrived late, sweater stiff, clipboard in hand. She tapped the mic. I'd like to open. No speeches. Lisa cut in, holding petitions. We've got quorum. We're voting. Ellen's eyes darted, panic rising. You don't understand governance. We understand you spent our money on illegal boots. Mark snapped. Ethan, in the back, added, fraud still on the table. Lisa raised her hand. All in favor of Remo VYing Ellen Pritchard and Dis Sol VYing the board. Hands soar dozens, even from her allies. Opposed. A few weak gestures. Ellen stayed still. Motion passed, Lisa said. Effective immediately. Ellen didn't fight. She grabbed her clipboard and slipped out. The room exhaled. Someone popped a soda. Mark yelled, "No more mailbox height rules," and the mood lifted. But the mess lingered. Lisa and I joined the Willow recovery crew, digging into the HOA's books. We found Do Law 3,800 on boots, Do Law 1,000 on official vests, Do Law 1,500 on signs like Park Properly or Pay, and Do Law 600 on morale kits, think inspirational posters, and a stress ball with Ellen's initials. City Auditor Victor Reyes took one look and whistled. Misappropriation, unauthorized spending toast. He filed a report, fines, and a county-wide HOA ban for Ellen. We turned the boots into defiance. At the Willow Reclamation Bash, we stacked them, labeled them, and snipped them with bolt cutters. Jensen cut the first, grinning as we cheered. Kids ate boot cookies. Sarah's sister brought a clipboard piñata. We made the boots planters, filled them with daisies, and lined the community center with a sign, "From Locks to Lily's Willow Creek Reclaims." Ellen watched from her SUV, a silent shadow. She drove off after 10 minutes, unnoticed, unmissed. Weeks later, the city fined her Do Law 6,500 Do Law 360 per boot, plus penalties. Ethan's referral sparked lawsuits. Henry won Do Law 1,200 for his van. Ellen settled quietly, her wallet weeping. By summer, she was gone, moved, banned, forgotten. If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this VY Deo with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next VY Deo.